Howdy folks, and I hope you're all prepped for the big day wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview in what promises to be probably Mr. Go Figure's last preview of the year and quite possibly Hot Toys' last figure drop of the year as well. So what have they given us in the run-up to the big day? Well, they've dropped Absolute Batman on us. Now, a little bit of a newbie to Absolute Batman, I've got to admit. It's a comic book, originally released last year, I believe, and I think it was, like, I've double checked this, Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta who were behind it, and it gives us a new Batman, an altogether more blue collar, more chunky, more brutal Batman. But let's have a look at the pictures. But before we do, I would like to send the usual massive shout out to everyone who's supported the channel, particularly over 2025. You've all been amazing. The support you've shown the channel has been fantastic. It keeps us going here at Go Figure. A massive thank you, and look forward to bringing you more of the same in 2026. And if you haven't already, please drop a like and hype on this video as it helps other people find the channel. And be sure to mash that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing any of the 1/6 scale reviews, previews, showcases, tours, and all that other good stuff that we've got coming up. So without further ado, let's dive in and have a look at what they've given us. And the first shot, I've got to say, I am a big fan of chunky Batman, if that makes any sense. And although I'm not particularly well versed in the source material, I am loving this from the get-go. The first shot here, we've got this action shot of him swinging his fist. Now, I've had a quick look and referenced some of the source material, and this looks absolutely on point from Hot Toys. They are past masters at Batman figures, so it really shouldn't be an issue. And yeah, what they're giving us here is absolutely huge, but it looks phenomenal, looks in keeping with the comic book itself. The proportions are right, absolutely massive, huge chest, huge biceps. Now, straight away, I'm looking at this figure and I am thinking, this might be a solid plastic body. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Nothing in the blurb as to indicate the materials that Hot Toys have used here, but looking at these joints, these shoulder joints and these elbow joints, I'm thinking maybe we're looking at something not akin to the Feral Predator that we saw earlier this year. I'm just hoping it doesn't make the same mistake that figure did. But yeah, first impressions are great with this sort of 4-section cape going on here. You've got the huge bat symbol on the front of the chest there, that squared off bat symbol. The utility belt, nicely done, nicely weathered. You've got this cape flowing off at the front as well with these hooks on the end, looks phenomenal. The gauntlets look great. You've got spikes going on these shoulder pads. Super tall ears, which is in keeping with the source material as well. And what I'm going to assume here are swappable face plates, a la pretty much every Batman figure that Hot Toys have ever given us. Let's zip on to the next. And as always, Hot Toys have dropped a shit ton of photos on us. If they start to get samey, I might zip through them a little bit quicker. Now, first thing I noticed when I looked at these photos is it looks like there's 2 or 3 distinct looks for him here. This is, I'm going to call this the spike look, and these spikes on the shoulder pads here and the shoulder area, probably on the bottom of that cowl as well by the looks of it, look absolutely phenomenal. Look pretty lethal and deadly, these things, but yeah, as I said before, having referenced the comic book, screen accuracy's there, and let's talk proportions. This guy is super chunky. I mean, probably one of the chunkiest Batman figures we've seen, outside of things like exosuits and so on. And yeah, the size of this guy is phenomenal, from the size of the thighs here, the size of the biceps, just an absolute monster, and huge hands. Looks like we've got a sort of I wanted to say a chain effect, but getting in close here, it looks like it's the edges of this 4-piece cape, which I am really liking, which he's holding in his hands here, and then which drape on the ground here with these hooks on the end, and they look phenomenal. Loving the creasing, the detailing in there. Paint applications all look absolutely on point, as we'd expect from Hot Toys. Let's zip on to the next. Loving this 4-section cape with these hooks on the end. I think it looks great. Is this the base? The big question. This diorama, I'm hoping it is. It looks great. I love rock effect dioramas, as regulars to the channel will know, and that one looks very good. But we will zip on and hopefully see a close-up of the base that they're giving us. And I'm just going to lean in here because these spikes have continued down the side here, and you've got this sort of metal, almost spinal column running down these. I want to call it the cape, but it's more like wings running down the sides here. The feet enormous, and overall, yeah, super imposing, super impressive. Just a little bit concerned about how they've done this this whole body, but let's move on. Same shot again, just from slightly further away. Really imposing, this figure. I mean, if you're a Batman collector, and I'm a bit of a purist as far as the TV show and the movies go, and I occasionally dip into other mediums like video games and comic books, but this is a centerpiece to any Batman 1/6 scale collection. I think is going to look super impressive. On to the next. Love this pose. I just think this is so imposing. Now we're seeing that, I'm going to assume that the 2 quarters of that cape that we saw at the top there will come down. I'm going to have to assume this is wide, and we've seen the bottom parts here. I'm assuming he's holding those spikes, and then it just got him wrapped around the leg area. That shot there, I think, is absolutely amazing. Presence in spades here. Let's zip on to the next one, this one here, we've got him flying in. Obviously, some jiggery pokery going on with the camera angles here, so he's got no visible means of support. Now I'm going to lean in again. I am thinking this upper body here. Now, I'm not seeing. I'm getting as close as I can here. It doesn't look like this is solid plastic with joints at the elbows here. It does look like there's a material over here. We've got these shoulder joints here where obviously there's a visible seam line. So maybe it isn't solid plastic. Hopefully we're looking at some kind of custom body here with a suit over the top of it. But cracking shot, that one. We've got detailing on the soles of the boots as well. On to the next. We're seeing that sort of 4-quartered cape effect with the hooks from a distance here. That is super impressive. Yeah, I'm assuming that's why this is going to take up some space if you go for this look in in your collection. But yeah, phenomenal action pose there. So the articulation's not in question, but yeah, super impressive, the detailing on there. Loving that. On to the next. Now this is the other cape shot, so I'm assuming he's coming with 2 capes, which is always great to see. Regulars to the channel will know my feelings on Hot Toys capes. They can be a little bit hit and miss, that's being polite. But this one, I am loving, this shredded one. Now I'm going to have to assume this is wide as well because of the way it's flowing off into the distance there. But yeah, absolutely love that shredded cape. Look at, and we're seeing here, and this is saying special edition exclusive. Now I don't know whether this is referring to the shredded cape and whether that cape is actually attached to this sort of scarf type cowl thing going on around his neck. I'm assuming this is going to be all one piece and comes with the special edition exclusive, which is a shame. But that is a look I really like. He's clutching the gun here. Hot Toys past masters at guns. I would expect nothing less than absolute accuracy and great paint apps. But overall, this look I really do like. I'm not sure which I prefer, whether it's that quartered cape or this one, but that looks phenomenal. On to the next. Here we see it's the Bat Axe. This was a new one on me until I started looking into Absolute Batman. But yeah, he wields the Bat Axe, and it looks like Hot Toys have caught that perfectly. That super square bat symbol on the end there. Now the difference here, and I'm zipping back because you've got 2 bat symbols on the chest here, which sort of echo that Bat Axe. You've got a black one here, and there's a yellow one here. Now, are they interchangeable? That's a good question. It'll be interesting to see, but hopefully we'll see that in the all shot that we get as standard with Hot Toys when they release their figures and they drop the pictures. Looks like it's coming with just the standard base here, which is a little bit of a letdown. For a figure this imposing, I would like to have seen a mini diorama or a full diorama, but it is what it is. It looks like we've got the standard issue Hot Toys base. There's Absolute Batman on the front there, and the standard issue. It looks like a crotch grabber. Yeah, it looks like we've gone crotch grabber here, but that axe looks super impressive. On to the next. Once again with that swap out cape. I'm going to assume this is part of the cape, as I mentioned before, and that looks like material to me, so that's going to be a bit of futzing to get that on there. I'm going to assume it's wired as well. But yeah, the size of this guy's thighs, next level. But the muscularity is caught really, really well here, and I'm assuming we're going to get a huge amount of interchangeable hands, as we always do. Once again, that sort of scarf stroke cape flying off in the background there, and a close-up on the battle damage on that, on the weathering rather, on that bat axe there. Looks really good, looks metallic, great paint apps. Something that Hot Toys should be doing in their sleep, and it looks like they have. On to the next. Another great. I'm loving this. I'm going to start sounding like a cracked record here, but I love this this second cape and this sort of semi-covered cowl look. I think it's absolutely on point. Saying special edition exclusive here, so is it referring to the cape again? I'm going to have to assume it is. On to the next. We've got the four-piece, I'm going to call it the four-piece cape on again here. Swap out mouth plates, action pose here. So yeah, my worries are always when you've got a figure that is this chunky, that you're going to have issues with articulation, but I don't think there's anything to worry about here. We've got another shot of him with those spiked shoulder pads and that spike cowl on. Once again, super impressive. This shot, I had to admit, when I first saw it, gave me a fit of the giggles. Has Batman been drinking? Who knows? Is he playing football? Not 100% sure. Perhaps not the best choice of pose there from Hot Toys, but it is what it is, and it gives us an idea of the articulation. On to the next. Another superimposing shot with the spike cowl and the spike shoulder pads. And yeah, we'll see. Now, does this swap out? This bat symbol in the chest area? I'm interested to find out. Let's move on, because yeah, there you can see we're back to black again there. So interesting. Once again, different gritted teeth mouth plate here, looking absolutely superb. The shot I used for the thumbnail, and you can probably see why. That is a shot that I would replicate in the collection. I think that just looks absolutely excellent. And even as somebody who is not an expert on the source material, just appreciating the figure as a figure, that is stunning. On to the next. Some of the detailing here, you've got the bat axe with interchangeable short and long handles. Great to see. So you can go two-handed or one-handed with that. Wired cape with separated tethers and a shawl for a stealthy look. Right, so they are separate. And it's saying special edition exclusive, so I am going to assume here you get the cape with the separated tethers, the four pieces we mentioned before, as standard, and then this shawl is going to be an exclusive. Pity it's not included with both, but yeah, I think I am definitely tempted to go all in here, and it will probably be a special edition version because I'm just loving that shawl look so much. On to the next. Batman cowl head with detachable bat ears. Okay, so the ears come off. That's a new one on me. I don't think I've ever seen that one in a Hot Toys Batman figure before. We have detachable ears. That will obviously reference something that I am unaware of in the 2024 comic book. But yeah, the ears are detachable, folks. On to the next. Now we're seeing that four piece is obviously wired, but that once again is a stunning effect as well. And yeah, because it's wired, you can grip these. Now I don't know what these are going to be made of. Probably plastic. These hook sections coming off the end of the cape, but you can grip them in the hands. So there's obviously some flexibility in there, whatever they're made of. On to the next. Two sets of interchangeable armor spikes, as we spoke about before. You've got the short and the long there. Both look excellent. I would be tempted just to go for the long, just because it looks that much more impressive. I think that look, but I mean, obviously you're going to struggle with the shawl cape with that look on. But yeah, both super impressive. I'm really falling for this figure. I'm convincing myself as the minutes go by. On to the next one. Now, this is a big lad. He really is. This one's coming at about 40.5 centimeters tall. We've got the recent release Batman here on the right hand side, and he is no slouch in the size stakes. But this guy towers over him, and you can get some idea here of the proportions that we're looking at. This is going to be one monster of a figure when it's released, and I can't wait to get it in hand. I think I'm sensing centerpiece. On to the next one. 3 interchangeable lower faces. Yeah, it's standard issue these days, as we mentioned before, with Hot Toys figures, these faceplates, but they look very, very well done. We've got the stoic look on the left there, we've got the gritted teeth look in the middle, and then we've got the shouty face at the end. I always like the shouty face. But the good news is there is no duck face. So yeah, teeth look really, really well done, look nicely done to look like Ivy. Paint applications look great here, super square jaw. As I say, I'm not overly familiar with the book, the comic book, had a quick look, and they look screen accurate to me, and that cowl looks very well done. And finally, we are on to the all shots. First of all, it's a special edition all shots, so yeah, absolutely. Stealthy look cape comes as a special edition. We've got the standard issue base there, the bat axe, the wired cape, 2 sets of interchangeable spikes, 3 separate mouth plates, a shit ton of interchangeable hands as we would expect, and overall, yeah, and the pictures here on either side we've already looked at, so yeah. And then we've got an all shot for the standard issue version without the shawl as well. And I think that's the last shot. So there you have it, folks. The last drop from Hot Toys of 2025, and probably the last preview, as I mentioned before, is Hot Toys' take on the Absolute Batman. What are your thoughts on this figure? Me, I'm liking it a hell of a lot. I can see this one sneaking its way into the Batman section within the collection here. But yeah, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Have you read the comic books? Are you a fan? What are your thoughts on Hot Toys? What are your thoughts on anything at all? Nothing is off menu, so please drop a comment in the comment section below. I will be fascinated to hear your take on Absolute Batman. What have we got coming up on the channel? Well, plenty more previews, as always, folks. But we've got a raft of 1/6 scale figure reviews coming in. Not sure how many will be coming in before the end of 2025, but we'll be heading into 2026 with much of the same. We've got stuff from Hot Toys, In Art, Susu Toys, Present Toys, Caustic Plastic, Exo6, Iconic Studios, the list goes on. The next ones coming in are Susu Toys' take on Wesley Snipes as Blade from Blade Trinity. That should be dropping very, very soon. And we've also got Infinity Studios' take on the Pacific Rim Jaeger, and that one will be landing very, very soon as well. Yeah, we've got Gypsy Danger coming in. I'm so looking forward to getting my hands on that one. I've been waiting so long for that, but yeah. And we've also got a raft more previews and showcases and tours and stuff. So, as I mentioned at the top there, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you're not missing any of it. And I suppose all that remains for me to say is a massive thank you for watching, as always. A happy festive season to everybody, and until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.